Good morning, welcome to the Epic Morning Show. They come to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We're also live on Choice FM in the east end of Freetown. We are also live on Slick TV on channel 37. We'll have to apologize for starting a bit late this morning. I'm Mohammed Jawad Nyale. Now, this morning we shall go discuss the lack of adequate access to mental health in this country, the challenges facing the sector. But first, let's start with morning message of motivation. Then we can straight to that particular very important conversation here this morning. So today is the 2nd of October, and it means we have exactly 90 days till the end of 2023. 90 days from now, we'll be entering the new year. By God in grace, that will be 2024. It tells you how fast the year can really run sometimes. And so, but the reason I'm saying all of this, because whilst you are 90 days away from a new year, you have to ask yourself now, have you accomplished all the things that we've been set out for accomplish this 2023? Remember, every time we the year around, we make lavish promises to ourselves. We make huge promises or targets. All they set for ourselves really as people. You don't let all the bad habits and what you say they left in 2023. You don't buy all the things and what you promise yourself say they buy. You don't save the amount of money where you been promised say you go save for yourself, or you don't reach the targets where you been set for yourself in certain areas in your life. Now, these are all the questions that you should be asking, because the reason it's important, self-evaluation are the first step towards growth as a person. Year in, year out, your growth might be stagnated, or probably you go even in decline, but you may never know if you know the assess yourself. So you have to take time out now, these 90 days we don't left, and really check from the start of the year to now, what I don't achieve. Where am I with those targets where I've been set? Where am I with this money where I've been set to save? Where am I with getting a woman or man for married? Where am I with leaving alcohol? Where am I with leaving the smoking of cigarettes? And so many other things them as well. We probably not promises will be make to yourself. And the thing about resolutions, not promise will you make to yourself. So sometimes you share out people, sometimes you don't. But if you are not honest with really appraising yourself, and you are dishonest about all of it, then it may come back to haunt you. So you have to be honest and really assess yourself, because if you're not critical with yourself and then you just roll with the tide, then at some point that is going to affect you. So it's easy for say all of the things them on December 31st, all of the things that we want to accomplish the next year. And but if you not really take stock of where you are before the year they done, then you might just be doing the same thing over and over and over and over again at the end of the year. So at the end of the day, get for no say success is not by mistake. Sometimes some people then go get luck along the way, but luck also get for meets you don't plan you year ahead about where do you want to be in 2024. What do you want to achieve? That planning need for start now. And you ask yourself, who's I day for us in 2023? These 90 days, waiting, I go able to achieve. What can I tick from the list? The things I want able to tick it, waiting at the challenges them. And then next year, when they go into the new year, you are going into a new year as a wise person. I'm saying this way December not even come yet itself. So, you do have some time. Specifically 90 days for fix a lot of things that are not quite right yet in your life. This is the Epic Morning Show.
Famous. Hello, 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 hello. Awe, 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 awe. say get more life for live. Why we not go use am gladdy and enjoy the time? Palava no dey finish, time me no dey wait nobody. Now why are they try for us get some
Cowbell powder milk now they carry tasty creamy goodness for your breakfast and snacking moments. With any packet of cowbell milk powder you add to your food, you dey give your body a creamy goodness blend of vitamin A, C, D, E, and K for general well-being and vitamin B9 for healthy brain development. Cowbell milk powder now with creamy goodness. Now quality milk powder we recommend for you and your loved ones during breakfast and snacking moments every day. They also get the 3-in-1 cowbell coffee, cowbell choco, and your favorite cowbell strawberry. Buy and enjoy the new creamy goodness of cowbell every day from all provision shops nationwide. For wholesale, visit the office at 51 Frobe Road, Freetown, or call us on 077 250025 or 099 250025. Cowbell powdered milk, the perfect companion at breakfast and snack times. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
So this morning on we show we'll talk about mental health in our country, how widespread the problem is it, and the lack of access where a lot of people know they get to the treatment. Mental health itself already gets a stigma in this part of the world. People they show signs of mental health, not like for come forward for treatment. Those who come forward for treatment also they face provocation in the community sometimes. You have other sets of people who go decide for also go spiritual altogether. But for discuss more about this, I have with me one of the lead psychiatrists in this country, Dr. Abdul Jallo. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay. So on a grand scale of things, how widespread is the issue of mental health really in our country?
For mental health, it's not only about Sierra Leone, but it's a global thing. And about 970 million people worldwide, they live with mental health issues. So it's not only about we. So, and mental health issues, it affects everybody at any time along the lifespan. Either you be picking, you'll be from pregnancy, in fact, picking, adolescent, youth, adult, and the elderly. So it affects everybody. Yeah.
In your own case, given that when I run the psychiatric home, how in terms of volume of cases you've been having over the last few years, does that give you an indication of how big a problem una gets now on our hand?
Yeah, mental health issue an international concern currently, not only for we. Of course, the cases that don't increase, because if you consider from the time I take over as head of the hospital 2017 to date, every year the cases that increase, patient flow they increase. So and different factors they contribute to that. So that they increase every day. And now we know the issue of the drugs, we know the issue of the economic crisis, the global economic crisis. We know the issue about which would undergo not alone, the war, the flooding, the mudslide, unemployment, poverty, so many things that will happen.
And a lot of the time when we talk about mental health, some people just they look at the extreme form way, now the one where the person go in the streets now they pick dirty, now that no more than they consider. But does it go beyond that?
Those are the severe cases of mental disorders. We get other common mental health disorders there, like anxiety, depression. Very common, very common. So those ones are very common. Then we get even the eating disorders. Yeah, we get what we call gender identity disorders. There are plenty.
And in with society, one of the things that we have been a challenge where we know as stigma, and so we feel like because of that stigma, are you is that still an issue really we wanna get for deal with for let people and come forward and really acknowledge say they face some mental health issue?
Yeah, stigma na a major barrier to mental health care because we person being stigmatized, it prevents that person for seek help, for go for care because it is shame for go out because one, the misconception, the myth around mental illness, it lead to stigma and discrimination. So stigma is a major barrier, not only to the service users there, but even to the service providers there also. If you tell person say you do work at the psychiatric hospital, the way people they look at you, turn, like for example, the time where I decide for do psychiatry, that was in 2006. I've been in the fourth year medical school. What tell me colleagues they say I want to do this thing. If you say no, joke, I'll be the joke. You serious? Really say you want to do this thing? Why? But I thank God for now because imagine say if I don't before take that venture there, how the country before the currently, because the only person will be there by then, Dr. Naim, he don't retire and he don't serve for long, over 30 years now, not being one grade. So stigma, nothing very bad, where they prevent even medical students there, health professionals there, for pursue mental health as a specialty.
And because of that as well, how much of a challenge is it really? And I just asked this question about how much of a challenge is it for where they influence people's attitude towards those who get mental health problem?
It's a huge challenge. Again, the way we treat patients there also again, they stigmatize them because imagine person will get a mental health condition, you go change that person, you go isolate that person, you lock in a room, you begin to abuse them or call them different names. That is a challenge. It's a big challenge in every facet of society. The workplace, religious gatherings, social gatherings, educational institutions, everywhere you go, there is this stigma and discrimination.
And because of that, away from that stigma and stigmatization, there are people as well where they look at when it comes to treatment, then go prefer use other routes. Them some people will say, "Oh no, that devil gets. Oh no, this we should go pray pana maybe in a church or a mosque, or then can go somewhere else as well." How much of a challenge as well can they be to now with the provide professional care?
Well, we all know say this part of the world, the first point of contact where person gets psychological distress or any emotional problem, now the faith-based organizations or traditional healers. So those are the first point of contact. So and most times those people they avoid forgo now the healthcare because one, they say it's costly, expensive. Two, they say the distance. Now, for example, for Komot, Kalau or Cambia for Cam na Freetown, consider the transport we give for pay. That's another issue. Then again, Boku feel say mental health conditions, the only way for treat them now through medication, and that's not the case. So then again, Boboku they feel say, why I for come now a place where I know say they're not going to help me, so I prefer go to the nearest opportunity I get. Then again, the issue again is the way how we how we don't treat patients before. Like for example, the Kisi psychiatric hospital before, it used to be like a prison where you go to they chain you, they don't want to get what they call dry lagati. All those things, they prevent people for access the quality of care we they need. Because, then the other concern again, the experience of the patient there, especially in terms of the medication, the way we give. Because if you're not a mental health professional, a qualified and trained psychiatrist or mental health professional, you go give a patient a medication, and we know the effect of them medications that you go give patients a medication we don't know about. It causes serious side effects on that person there. It will prevent the person from come back. Because it will say, why me for go take something with it, make me neck bend or pull me tongue. So all those factors there, they make person they seek a place where say a more affordable. Although now for herbalist cheap, it's very expensive. But Densia as the best option. Nadame currently, we bring those people on board as part of the process.
Herbalist, I mean.
Yeah, as part of the process, because we need to educate them. Mental health literacy also now a big gap. We need to educate those people for make them know the limitation and for make them refer the people there as early as possible so that they go able to recover.
And for a long time as well, there's this myth that we probably get a lot of people among the population we get mental health issues because of the unprocessed trauma them, whether not the civil war, whether not the mudslide, whether not the Ebola, all of them things then they wouldn't see as well. There's a residue of unprocessed trauma where as well people can pass with. So is that really an underlying factor of perhaps some of the mental health cases that we have in we societies?
Well, I can always say Sierra Leone, for the youth there are two sets of generation. We witnessed the war, then the one that we the born after the war, we don't actively involve into drugs taking. So those two generations, they are very crucial currently for make we go able prevent huge problems in this country, because the psychological effect of the war now a continual process. Because imagine you small, you see who said a cut person, you see who said they kill your parent there, you see who said they amputate your neighbor, burn people your house. All those traumatic events, they play on somebody's mind. Where if small thing happen, it will trigger that person there for make it get a mental illness. So the post-traumatic stress disorders, they did plenty. Then now we get this issue of drugs. Drug again, now two-way traffic. Drug they cause a mental disorder, and somebody will get a mental disorder also. They take drugs with the thinking that we take the drug,
it go better.
It go better. So it's like a two-way traffic. So those are the two problems we get currently. And as a nation, we need to come as one, not only one thing again where people like you always fail for realize is mental health, not only the Ministry of Health issue, not only government problem. Now we all problem, and we for work as a team. So what we try for do as a ministry, we try for develop a policy mental health policy wey go be multi-sectorial, wey go be integrated, wey go be holistic, wey go be decentralized, and wey go be culturally sensitive. Because for now, the mental health care we get currently is top heavy. It's just in at the psychiatric hospital.
Okay.
We ignore the community-based care. When na the mainstay of care currently, if we want for improve mental health care, na low, middle, and income countries like we, Sierra Leone.
But do you have the manpower, for example, for say let's also focus on these communities?
Well, that is another challenge, human resource. Currently, now we two locally trained psychiatrists with Dr. Nami, we already retired. They will get 2 Nigerian consultants for a population of over 7.5 million. So that's again a huge burden even on us. Then again, we don't get any locally trained clinical psychologists. The only possible currently we'll get now a Nigerian with help from the hospital. We don't get an addiction specialist. The one again we get now contract, a private. We don't get any mental health social worker. Mental health social worker. We not get that one day. The mental health nurses we get now about 25 nationwide, about 25. And even those themselves get their own challenges, their own problems. Because the current scheme of service we get, they don't make provision for the mental health nurses there for the progress. And that's now a huge demotivating factor where they make but could they left for continuing with other health specialty. We get serious challenges. We get serious challenges, even medication. The services we get is centralized. It's just the Freetown and around Green Hospital. Although now we try for spread, or we don't spread corner to corner, we don't spread to Jue, but we need to go up country because those cases are many there where we need for help, for care for. We get issue with technology. We all know the importance of technology. We can able to use for even access somebody what they are able access possibility offline through mobile phone or technology. We all see the role where technology played during COVID. So that's also not a challenge. Again, we get issue with research. So most of the questions the way we ask, the impact of stigma, all that we don't know
For sure.
in the country because we not do any research for sure saying na so thing, now this stigma don't cause. But if we can take from other countries, we don't do study where we get similar experiences, you're going to know say stigma not a challenge. We also get issue with human rights. The patient there, we don't start for talk about cheating. The patient there, now human being just like me and you. They self get their own right to education, right to employment, right to justice, right to housing, right to health, right to everything just like me and you did. Right to even vote and to be voted for. They get that right there. And this right is enshrined now with 1991 Constitution and other international legal framework like the CRPD, the Convention for the Rights of People with Disability. The people they get their rights today. For. So waiting we do as a ministry, now for repeal and replace the 1902 Lunacy Act.
Yeah, because that itself, by the name itself, very discriminatory.
Of course. So and we don't go far with that bill there. We don't get like 3 reviews where we don't send now law officers, the department, for me to do a draft back for we who will go through, and possibly by God in power, because currently there is a massive political will for improve mental health in our country. So we self want to make use of that opportunity there for create a huge impact in terms of mental health care in the country.
All right, stay with me. This is the Epic Morning Show. We'll be right back.
You need a bank that cares about you. We are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. Modern banking made easy. Whatever your dreams may be, Bloom Bank will get you there. Blooming together, we'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence at the tip of your fingers. There's only one bank. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen.
Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen.
So creamy, so good.
Cowbell powder milk now they carry tasty creamy goodness for your breakfast and snacking moments. With any packet of cowbell milk powder you add to your food, you dey give your body a creamy goodness blend of vitamin A, C, D, E, and K for general well-being, and vitamin B9 for healthy brain development. Cowbell milk powder now with creamy goodness. Now quality milk powder we recommend for you and your loved ones during breakfast and snacking moments every day. They also get the 3-in-1 cowbell coffee, cowbell choco, and your favorite cowbell strawberry. Buy and enjoy the new creamy goodness of cowbell every day from all provision shops nationwide. For wholesale, visit the office at 51 Frobe Road, Freetown, or call us on 077-250025 or 099-250025. Cowbell powdered milk, the perfect companion at breakfast and snack times. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
Yana Orange, we busy but we customizing freedom. Now we glad for bring to you we new and sober offer. You inside this we one in town offer, you get the rights for pick the voice or data bundle where fits you lifestyle. Yes, now so it be. We dey make communication winner for you wangling. It no matter if you not posting we like long talk or posting we like for browse boku. You there for you. But tap all this, you get to run no by SMS where you know they pay for. We don't add the match jeeper this gladdy. You mean say better thing day for all man. Ladida there for you. Dial *889# for begin.
Orange.
All right, welcome back. This is Epic Morning Show. They come to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And this morning we are talking about access to mental health care in we country. So for people that we, Dr. Jalo, for people that we go on for, say, they also want to be alert and make sure, say, then see the signs of mental health. What can they look for in somebody for begin suspect, say, this person probably is not okay, and let's visit the psychiatric home?
Well, first of all, we get to know what's in our mental health. Yeah. So for the common person out there is mental health. Now a person able for function and interact with the community and be productive. The way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act. If you see, say, this person, not also a blunt act or behavior, you see a strange behavior, that's not a pointer to you, say, something is going on, let me intervene, let me help this somebody. But again, these parts of the country, or of the world, in fact, now this they make also way Boku people, they fear for seek help. lack of confidentiality. If this person can't tell you issues the way they undergo, then you take a big laugh or you begin gossip that person there. Confidentiality, another big challenge. So this they prevent Boku people for even come out for me to explain to people about the problems because of the fear. And thank God currently that narrative they change gradually, because now we see people they come out, they talk about the challenges, the mental health challenges. So for make you know, say this person get mental health problem, it depends on the type of mental health condition where the person gets. For example, depression, we are very common. Over 20 million people, they suffer from depression. And depression now also a major contributor to disability and loss of economic benefit. So with depression, if you see this person sad, poelat, who we call poelat, you see this person sad, and they talk to nobody. If that person will use for go work, you see that person they stop for go work. If that person will use for listen to music, you see that person they stop. If that person will use for play, that person will use for go out, that person will use for do daily activities, you see that person they stop for do the things that the lack of interest. You see say this person, that person will not plan sleep. You begin say they sleep. Or you see say this person he used for sleep, but now he not sleep on it. If you see say this person a quiet person, then now you see the person begin behave, he begin happy excessively. If you see say this person he not used for spend much, you see this person as they pay so in salary or as they get so money, they begin buy things that we even need. If you see this person, it is it avoid everybody, it look far, it lock himself in a room. This person, a person will plant eat, then you see an appetite drop. You see this person, they don't go do all kind of tests. They don't tell us say gets no sickness, but that person still they jump from one hospital to another, from one doctor to another, from one test to another. That is a pointer of anxiety disorder. So those two disorders, they're very common in our society, and we for watch for the signs and symptoms. Again, culture come into play. Not just see person they behave that way, especially person where used to or where we not ever interact. You see they behave that way, you see get mental health problem. No. Now only a trained and qualified psychiatrist for diagnose somebody say he gets a mental health condition, because it gets a legal implication.
Because a lot of the time as well, so in the West, for example, we see them get support group them, then go sit down, then talk, then count, then do those group sessions. Do we have that kind of support system here back home in delivering treatment for these kind of sort of people?
Just like I start for say, we don't start for change the narrative of mental health care in our country. So we get some support groups there. Now the Western area, but even the support group there, they also the need for be empowered, they need capacity building, because we say support group, you for know within you the support that person there with. So that's also now a challenge where I would say a challenge. I would say an opportunity where we for make use of. But mental health care is not all about Sierra Leone. Globally, it's been neglected. Yeah.
And why if you say that there is that neglect? And is it because, unlike others seek them, they see the urgency because perhaps it's just mental. I mean, if now liver cancer or malaria or other things, we see the impact here and now. But because now mental health, perhaps you could say the impact is low.
Well, Nadamic currently they don't come with what they call global mental health. Global mental health in target now for prevents inequality and inequity in mental health care. For example, the way how we invest in other health conditions there, not so we invest in mental health. The investment for mental health care in the world is very small. For low and middle income countries, it's less than 1% of the national budget. Before, we don't even get a budget line at the Ministry of Health. But now we get a budget line where that's now a strength, although it's small, but now we get a budget line.
That's a start.
Yes. So all the lack of investment that they create this huge treatment gap we they talk about. For example, Sierra Leone, the treatment gap is over 99%.
So now just 1%.
Yes, due to the factors they all we don't talk about. The governance and leadership issues before, the service delivery, research and publication. We get also technology-wise. We get a lot of issues, the workforce, all those things come into play. Human rights, all the things are there.
And why should they talk about that? I remember we just be talk about the signs and symptoms. I'd imagine so for picking them, their own case much more even delicate.
Yeah, of course. In fact, for picking, for low, middle, for developing countries, he go start for no say child psychiatrist there. They're very, very. In fact, some countries they know this like we so. We not get any child psychiatrist. So now a big challenge also now a huge challenge because most of the mental health conditions they start from childhood and therefore be easily picked up at that stage there. But because of the lack of mental health literacy and manpower, they make their issues that they may continue up to adulthood. So for picking business, it's a huge. But we several start in salon currently, although not get a child psychiatrist, but we get a child unit in the hospital.
Yeah, I understand about that.
Yeah, so we don't start small. If you consider also we did 5 years ago, and now we don't really improve. I remember where I did talk about mental health care na salon during because I did do one course in Portugal on mental health policy and mental health services. When I did talk about what we don't do in a salon, because most people outside there they think say Sierra Leone is just the same in terms of mental health. Change patient because they write bad stories about we. Especially the hospital. See now the abuse patient there, the change patient there. But when I present a case to people, they were amazed. Say, yeah, Sierra Leone, we say don't try small. Although we get a long way for go, but with more, with the continue political will we get currently, I think say we go do we best.
And let me talk specifically now quickly about Kush. I mean, because I've been in rooms where I don't make a presentation about how on a case they don't double, in some cases even triple, because of the intake of Kush and how much impact that is having on young people. What's not the first-hand impact where you don't see? I mean, since the intake of Kush and the amount of patients that don't admit.
This Kush business, I don't, I go say, I don't overwhelm with that now because all the time you ask me questions about Kush.
Yeah.
I want to make we focus on things where they improve mental health in the country. Policies, the laws, interventions, they all they create.
I know, but this is
because we know about Kush, the impact, you self don't see the impact. You don't see the effect of Kush. You don't see what they cause. So Kush is a serious problem. Not only Kush, but drug abuse. A serious problem. And this Kush we use now, where the guys that they use now our country, we know exactly the exact composition of this Kush, because the guys that they tell you different stories about this Kush. So me think say they use the generic name because now people don't used to see a Kush, but me think say there is more to that.
I've been in places where they make presentation where we don't talk about a different variation of Kush them as well when I don't discover, and how because the formula they change, it also they make on a job a little bit difficult for track down and give them treatment.
Yeah, that is the main challenge with drug abuse. The best option for drug abuse, don't even start it. Not even attempt them. Because one, medicine not there for you for make you stop for take the drugs. That medicine not there. So I can somehow be it's somehow interesting sometimes where parents they call you, hey, I want for me flush me picking of this Kush. Drug treatment for addiction is very expensive and it's difficult.
Right now they do an salon.
We did do we best, but we not get, because we say drug treatment, we get process, we get programs. Of course, in fact, not all cases need for be admitted in case. Most times, family members they call you, say, I want to make this me picking, and for keep her in hospital, keep her, and the hospital not to a home, not to a hotel. Now for make you candy, we stabilize you because now one green mental health facilities to get in the country.
We not get space.
We not get space. So if you picking don't come or you relative don't come, we don't stabilize her. We don't ask you say can't take them. But most of the time, people like you abandon their family members in the hospital. Now big problem they get. So currently we get a unit where we don't refurbished and currently we need to try for do the final touches so that we go commission as soon as possible. This is the good thing about the political will currently we get, because of the level currently where mental health in the country up to the presidency. The Ministry of Social Welfare don't come on board. Currently, now they help we for make we do the final touches now the drug rehabilitation center. But by God in power, maybe in the next 3 weeks we'll go commissioner. So the issue of drug, for treat person with drug is difficult because now it's circle like chronic disease. Now, circle, the person can want try for left arm, but the craving, the urge, it continue for tell the person say, go back, go back, go back. That go back where they go, now so they become addicted.
And so in una own case now, una need for able keep them for a certain duration for really break that cycle.
Yes, there comes the need for drug treatment and rehabilitation center. A rehabilitation center now a unit where we get evidence-based practice. Okay, now programs that possibly they undergo. Again, most time people like enforce their relatives there or their family members there for go into drug rehabilitation. You do that one day, you just waste your time. One thing about drug treatment or rehabilitation, the person, the individual, forget the willpower, the determination. Say yes.
You want change.
I want change. No matter what. No matter the withdrawal symptoms the way they come at the first time. Most times, wait to make they can go back. They feel say if they not take the drug, they will die. So that there come the circle.
So the urge is that serious that then
yes,
they think say
it depends on the type of substance we they take. Like cocaine, heroin. This cushion they take currently. Now that can say this cushion how they take. A mixture, a complex. Because the craving effect where this cushion gets is so huge. Just like we possibly take heroin and cocaine. It's so huge. So sometimes when they can get their withdrawal symptoms there, like for example, if was the day on heroin, okay, you feel say you belay the organs there, one come out. Cool turkey. You get this runny nose. You're confused, you're restless. You feel say you ask they can't come out by you. You go begin a pound. And it pound by you, like say you ask one come out by you. Because the drugs there get the effect on what we call the nervous system, the central nervous system when they regulate all the vitals there. Your heart rate, your pulse, your pressure. You pulse there, will make you sweat. So all the things that they where they can get effect there withdrawals that they feel say that they can't die. So this is the get the cause for make them go back for go take. But I can always tell them say they just need for beer, determine. They withdraw symptoms now just for a few minutes or few seconds. They go away. Just patience for make their withdrawals that they come and go back. So there comes the need for drug rehabilitation and treatment. If you didn't have a drug treatment center, we can able to monitor you whenever you get their withdrawal symptoms that they for give medication for reduce or stabilize you. Yes.
All right. Let's hear from our public, 07999949993. They may have questions that they want to ask about mental health. As we get you here this morning, one of the lead psychiatrists in the country for discuss the issue of mental health. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Malaika, welcome.
God bless you, sir. Well, actually, the brother in the studio, you seem to be going away from a very important issue when they talk about drug. And then I believe that drug are one of the things where, if not so, 20 or 30% cause mental health. So not for refrain from them, but take them very serious. But being reluctant for this first time, I believe they get some amount of serious problem. You know, salon, this marijuana, which will say like curing drug, is very dangerous. Let alone talking about kush, where you don't make 70% of which in the world say. So let not be reluctant for talk about them, please, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Malika. Let me hear from more people here. 79994993. We are having a conversation this morning about mental health. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, MJ.
Johnny, welcome.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Um, no, Doc, I want to see if a category they within in the stages of the intake of the drug or stress, then let's say self-infliction and external factor in terms of inflicting, stress on yourself, either by others or you self your creation or by the situation where you did, where you not get that psychotherapeutic, treatment way for make you stabilize. Because like sometimes I was smoking cigarettes when I've been small, where I've been come up. I even smoke marijuana when I've been small, where they come up to a point. But it may give me restlessness. I don't mean they feel at ease. I can feel composed for some time, but later I can just, then I decide say, no, this is not me. I cannot go ahead with this. I decide. It was not easy. They withdraw symptoms in the council, Doc. But I can go 10
All
and
right.
put.
Thank you very
I put
much.
me money for buy. But I know they buy. I come back. So I want to see how you stabilize that situation there. Self-infliction and external factors.
Thank you very much, Johnny, of course, for narrating that story there. Doug will respond to that, 79994993. Let me hear from more people here. And good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, name was I call you from?
Carl from Godrej.
Carly, welcome.
Yeah, I told you, say, I believe in a World Alcohol Day, number one. And number two, like what the doctor analyze. When somebody quiet, somebody do other thing. They see the layman always they suffer. Okay, people that will get chance so they misbehave in a certain community. They know they get them go to the hospital. But when ordinary man perform, so me God always they say this long craze. Like the example, even the community where I belong to, okay, people will get small chance so they behave this kind way. How the medical way, like Dr. Ivy analyze, how they go get them on board for let them understand, say, this thing not wrong to them. Because when somebody get money, always see that I was for they come on at least, he perform. When he perform, they say, this, we just want one. But you don't get mental, the community, so me go there, it's no way we go call any community, who get some of them people and they thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. 79994993. Let me take a few more calls on this very important subject. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Name outside the call we from?
I'm in Uri Mamadou Tambabari.
Yes, Uri, just be audible for we a bit.
Okay. Mina Uri Mamadou Tambabari at the call from Hill Station. I want to tell the panelists very thank you. To the point. It's good way that they get a drug rehabilitation center. But I feel say if we don't generalize them rather than dealing with drugs. I will tell you for free that mental health is the biggest issue. And everybody gets one. Whether you're in an office, whether you're in at the ghetto, any side where you did, you get one. So if they just put on for drug, then it might limit other people where they go through anxiety, where they go through stress, where they go through other stuff. They will not even take any form of drug, for goodie. So I would really wish if that name might be changed, we go for generalize them, so that other people go for goodie for even simple rehabilitations and for do something better.
All right.
Some people they go through even anger, wamat. We're in a part of mental problem. Past wamat, so people will talk say, me na saw them want me na saw they talk, me na saw me did. We be seeing a mental issues than they.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me put through two more calls, and Dogo can answer to those questions we will not just raise about different things around mental health. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jawad.
Yes, Namtak from Central.
Thank you, my brother. This issue of mental health, to be honest with you, it don't become so rampant and worrisome for the masses and the general population of this country. Yeah, right. Now, even you, area, community, small thing, you see money at the one. Even them by buyer, you go not to back it to man. Ask them, you want to go for this thing, bruh. If you don't buy the next minute, our max. Don't you see the man of the psychiatric home no more? This you don't become general. I don't know what that's problem. This mental health, it don't become so problematic. Even this Okada would take. So Okada man, when I go there, I know what you call it, if you don't use your IQ, corporation, it depends to the public transport, the passengers, the apprenticed. So until the government for put attention for me, what you mean suggest, let government decentralize this thing, this psychiatric home. Let any district get one. Okay. Government let it do one. It go better. Let any district get one. Because this we know that you see, they don't overpopulated. They can't be going to talk about. And if a lot of drugs related matters and they capable of body.
Thank you.
For rehabilitated. So thank you, my brother.
All right. Let me put through one last call, and then Doug will come respond to those questions, suggestions as well, Nadongi. And I'm happy everybody's invested in this conversation this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Godman from John Lane.
Welcome, Godman.
Yes, sir. Early God continue to bless you.
Amen.
But I ask doctor, okay, now I put her now to really that day. And it's not to mental health. And one, they then wind on. Now they for go work for people them not tell you. Then we for make the Lord and even this drug.
Hello? Okay, I think we lost God Monday. But let me just go to you now, Doc. You don't hear different concerns and questions about some of those issues that we did spoke about. What's your response to some of them?
First caller, we talk about external or intrinsic factors there. Mm-hmm. I can always advise the service users there or possibly sick help. Say the first thing for change, if you avoid, also you know say, now you go take the drugs. You get for avoid that environment there. Two, you get for avoid the group or the people where you be the join for go take the thing. You get for avoid them as much as possible. Just like I say, they go to then they come back, buy. Now we pray for the one who they take drugs. You get forget the determination, the willpower. Say this, I can't anyhow. I can't. The withdrawals they keep very massive, they keep very serious and devastating sometimes. It just like we possible use for play game or for watch football or for anything we get something for make you hooked into.
Maybe gambling addiction.
Gambling addiction, yes. So that is, in fact, gambling na major
addiction.
Addiction, that one they call it. A major one addiction. So the best thing now for avoid also to go play the gamble. It's the same thing with drug misuse. Avoid the place where you say we good to take them. Avoid it. That's not the external factor down there. The peer pressure. You for beer. Most of we don't go through universities. We don't live in our countries who say alcohol. I would say now the water for drink. We never take alcohol. You get for be determined. You get forget the willpower. See this. I can't anyhow. I can't. No get stress. You say they go take alcohol. The other one again talk about community. Community-based care or services now in we they work on currently. The new policy where we try for develop now community-based policy and multi-sector. We are going for involve all other stakeholders there. Social welfare, Minister of Social Welfare, education, both tertiary and basic, the justice, internal affairs, labor, because mental health now at the workplace today, gender, we therefore involve all MDs, then civil society, live experienced people. So this policy will try to create a sectorial policy where it will be holistic, integrated, decentralized. Somebody talk about for decentralized mental health services. Yes. We get mental health units now each district hospital, or mental health nurse now each district hospital. But just like what I've explained before, the challenges. So Bokudo come out from the district hospitals because the lack of motivation or they know they increase their salary, the supply chain in terms of medication, they know they get medication. So all that one they make with a loss that kind of workforce there.
And somebody be talk about the center that why wanna not go open them for other forms of addiction apart from just substance abuse maybe.
One thing about I think the personal understand which I try for say. In a psychiatric hospital, we get different services we will provide. We get these psychological services. We get the addiction services. We get the people who they present with mental health disorders there. So for anxiety, you can go. You don't need for a rehab center. We get again to call the occupational therapy unit at the hospital. We can go we learn something like for soul, like for sing. We get all the services there. So you get depression and anxiety. You can go for counseling. We get what to call the biopsychosocial model of care. The medication aspect, the psychology of counseling. Then we get the social aspect. The social aspect now also integrate the people into the society. There comes the role of social welfare. Now currently, because I attend one meeting where the Ministry of Social Welfare they try for established rehabilitation centers there na the country, especially with regards to this kush issue. So that is ongoing. So many person go to the hospital, we can offer those services for person who get anxiety, depression, gambling, all the things. But this one is specifically for drug addiction. Specifically for addiction, because like program like.
Okay, and I assume so at some point I go for hire an addiction specialist.
In fact, what thing we don't do, we don't train 27 Sierra Leoneans there on addiction. We get what to call the Universal Treatment Curriculum, Colombo Plan. This now from the US. We don't train 27. He just left one model for them, for make them go take exam and certify as an addiction specialist. We then can get a diploma like, say yes, me an addiction specialist. We don't train the 3 phases. He just left one. So they move. And we don't train also core educators there. People where they go out for educate people about drug misuse. So things are happening.
Okay. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning, Dr. Abdul Jallo, one of the lead psychiatrists in Sierra Leone here. This is the Epic Morning Show. When we come next, we'll have a lot more On your plate.
Run, run, what you do it? Run, 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 pull your back and run, 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 pull your shoe and run, 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 run. Make una clear the way, 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 make una clear the way. Make una clear the way, make una clear the way, make una clear the way. Una tell them when they clear the road, that's more than what they carry every load. Me no cap on any funny on the rap, so I just make the dough. Man, let me fist and a fun when I drop the bomb. Man, then go right on the ground, with them on the plane and the tongue. They send me tongue, now I they fire the gun. I don't carry with every artillery, and I can for govern every territory. Make the other man and left and tell the story. This time around, I can for make the money. Run, run, what you do it? Run, 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 pull your back and run, 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 pull your shoe and run, 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 run. Make una clear the way, 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 make una clear the way.
I don't like all the things where them they do me, the things where them do no boss my attention. Yeah, fuck your fat niggas, we smoke what we want.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to your first edition of Epic Sport Update here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM and on Slick TV on Channel 37. Today happened for be the second day inside a brand new month, we're in the month of October. Maybe the Couch Sport Update this Monday morning, me and him na Nigel George. Let me go straight into action as we see FC Cologne be play during the course of the weekend against Dreams FC inside the Samuel Kedo Stadium na Liberia, where in we get a 1-1 scoreline, but this be make FC Cologne go out because of aggregate after them don't suffer a 2-1 defeat inside Ghana. And as well, we see say the 2023-2024 league season of the Ceylon Premier League get for kickstart with a FA Community Shield, wherein champions Boy Rangers get for play against the immediate runner-up when a mighty Blackpool inside the FA Community Shield. And as well, we see Boy Rangers don't ready themselves as them arrive inside Algeria over the course of the weekend for play the second round tie inside Algeria against CR Belouizdad, that way this particular match get for play today inside Algeria. And as well, we see the Portuguese Town Association, Amateur Football Association, when a Potafa, then grand final be played yesterday, wherein we see Tottenham Doazak be get for defeat then counterpart when out the Coco by 2-0, and this will make Tottenham Doazak become the champions of this particular edition of the Portuguese Town Amateur Football Association. And for N Sport Update this morning, we see the release where the referees then pull out inside the match we play against Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur inside the Tottenham Stadium, wherein the referee then began for disallow a Luis Diaz goal where then be ruled as offside, and VAR failed for overturn the decision. Well, we dey monitor this as well closely for see waiting for be the outcome if they get for suspend all the officials there, so we'll be there in this particular encounter where Liverpool be lost to Tottenham by 2-1. When all this I get for you inside Epic Sport Updates this Monday morning, stay tuned at exactly 11 o'clock, wherein we get for look at a crucial topic. We not see any of us and referees them being called up for the African Cup of Nations training. Waiting this mean you get for no us, we get forget one of the referees the head way happen for be referee Franklin Mara inside the sports program at exactly 11 o'clock. Now all this I get for now inside Epic Sports Updates. Until then, now so me Nigel George say get yourself a wonderful day.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Epic Entertainment Buzz. My name is Ordera and inside we ENT Buzz for this morning. We dey start with wetin dey happen internationally. You saw say we skid the update in Instagram profile picture with in late mama in picture and a broken heart emoji. So it has been trending on social media for a very long time. And also Odinia, where na one of the stars them for the Big Brother Niger All Stars edition, don't be declared winner yesterday as the show became to an end yesterday, the 90 days inside the house, and she was declared the winner of the show. Kiss Daniel and Poco Liden song way title Unleash done the #1 on Apple Music Nigeria, and it was all excitement as they become on social media for celebrate that. And on the side of Thames, we see say it released a picture informing in fans them say it drop a new song on the 5th of October. So fans them they in anticipation for the new song where Thames get for release. Tonto DK in an interview that revealed say in charity foundation don't spend over 12 million naira for Mubad in mortuary bill. Well, Tonto now the people that will take Mubad in case very serious through in Tonto DK Foundation and other charity people in Nigeria. Where you go through in social media platform, especially in Instagram, you see a lot of activities that they do and activism for justice for Mohbad. So he disclosed in an interview say then they work for get a befitting burial for the late singer. Now to waiting to happen now in local entertainment industry, we see say Camouflage be get a sold out show with Nigerian artist Portable, and it be share a picture of him, the artist together, thanking him fans them we come out for support him na Germany for the show we be gets together with Portable. And lastly, we see say music group when LXG the reveal say they're already for drop a new sound. Well, the title of the sound is yet unknown, but they don't inform them fans them say something is cooking from the end, and definitely then go for Cowtown to fans them, let fans them know what's up. So that's it for we ENT Buzz for this morning. But don't forget at 4 p.m. we get Thank You Monday plus we one question segment inside the Drive Time show. So no go no side. Join me at 4 p.m. for the Epic Drive. My name is Ordra. Thank you for listening.
Baby, go tell all your family, let them buy a shopping. The kind of love you just show me, I know one day see. So baby, go tell all your family, let them buy.
Do you want to put a smile on your relative's face? Do you want to settle your business partners who stay abroad? Then, here's a perfect way to send money in and out of Sierra Leone. With BNB, you can now easily send money to Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Canada, and many more with the best rate. BNB is a remittance company that helps you send and receive money anytime and anywhere. Beneficiaries receive the money by cash pickup, bank deposit, or mobile wallet. You can visit any BNB branch nationwide or download the BNB Cash app from App Store or Play Store. For more information, contact our customer service at 072 500 000. With BNB, money transfer is at your doorstep.
Powder milk now they carry tasty creamy goodness for your breakfast and snacking moments. With any packet of cowbell milk powder you add to your food, you they give your body a creamy goodness blend of vitamin A, C, D, E, and K for general well-being, and vitamin B9 for healthy brain development. Cowbell milk powder now with creamy goodness. Now quality milk powder we recommend for you and your loved ones during breakfast and snacking moments every day. They also get the 3-in-1 cowbell coffee, cowbell choco, and your favorite cowbell strawberry. Buy and enjoy the new creamy goodness of cowbell every day from all provision shops nationwide. For wholesale, visit the office at 51 Frobe Road, Freetown, or call us on 077 250025 or 099 250025. Cowbell powdered milk, the perfect companion at breakfast and snack times. Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully. because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test.
All right, so welcome back. This is the Epic Morning Show that comes to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Time check from our studio clock is 10 minutes away from the hour 9. And we do have a lot of issues to bring you here this morning. One of those issues will be the new tariff now where EDSA don't set. And with the, why should they talk about this? This also comes in the middle of blackouts where lights will come, lights will go maybe 5 times inside 1 hour, depending on whose idea in this country. But in the middle of all of that, tariff don't go up anyway. And that's something we'll talk about with the Electricity and Water Regulation Commission, because then they're responsible for regulate tariff when it comes to water, when it comes to electricity. We'll be speaking to them shortly. But James, good morning.
Good morning, Jawad, and good morning, listeners.
So let's go through the papers. Let's start with what you have there.
Yeah, here on A to Z newspaper, government of Salone designs climate smart innovation. Now that's Gold Sierra Leone designs climate smart innovation. And police FPU 5 batch departs for peacekeeping in Somalia. And the Turkey Africa Business Forum 2023, Sierra Leone to exploit economic benefits. IOM team pays courtesy call on chief immigration officer.
On Concord Times this morning, stench of raw sewage disturbs government WAV residents. $450,000 grants to preserve old FBC building. Bio receives CEO of Orange Sonatel Group. That's another big story on Concord Times this morning.
And here on our core newspaper, WAS results out tomorrow. That's according to the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. And tragic family accident and fire leaves 10-year-old in heartbreaking situation. ECOWAS court to rule on McKinney generator protest suit in January 2024.
On Premier News this morning, U.S. swears in new Peace Corps volunteers. Honorable Tonone benefits from leadership training in Kenya. This and a number of other stories them as well on Premier News.
And here on the exclusive newspaper, 12 days for Parliament to resume. All eyes on APC. And Fambul talk on PPP and Lunge Bridge design optional analysis study meets finance minister.
On Satellite newspaper this morning, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank raises concern over press attacks. And to preserve Old Frobe College building, U.S. announced $450,000 grants.
And here on Global Times newspaper, Maisiaka put Loco Road SLRA, CTC working together. And Arise embarrassed King Ho to sign new port and railway agreement. 62 female police officers off to Somalia, and NCRA DG updates stakeholders. These are all the headlines on Global Times.
And that story on Global Times about the new a new port and railway agreement now with King Hodon signed with government. It's still in the pipeline, but I mean Global Times are now reporting that it's something we can't talk about because there is a situation unfolding regarding that railway day, but we can't talk about it shortly. But let's just go to EWRC and talk to the head of economic regulation, winner Alfred Kaima. Once we get someone now, we'll talk to him about the electricity tariff and what we have now and how much percent increase they make from where to where. So we'll have a clear understanding of the situation before we properly enter into the conversation. Because, like it or not, the electricity tariff, the top up we buy for your meter, you get forget less and less now. Let's just break it that way. You get forget less and less now. You have to pay more, but you get less. And that's just the reality now that we have to contend with. But we are also contending with that whilst electricity not there in the first place. So that's another issue altogether. But once we put through Alfred Kaima, we'll go get straight into that whole conversation there. But I'm told we are struggling to get in. But let's enter into that Arise story and James. But first, I want to start with that CTC and SLRA story, because this is a story where I remember, I think 3 weeks ago or almost a month now, SLRA Bingodi, that Mashaka Local Road, the residents then say the road they spoil because CTC Mining Company now they then they use for now then truck then they use that road they for transport the minerals them within the pool from the mines. The problem with that now, according to SLRA, then released to them in pool I think a month ago now, then say then do a test, and that test they show say yes, then heavy duty vehicle and they not appropriate for this road. So yes, now go don't damage the road. So as a result, they urge CTC for fix the road. But as they speak, so they not fix the road it, and in fact they even begin making like say now favor than they do by fixing the road. But why should they talk so the road has not been fixed yet, and it's getting more and more deplorable. I say this because the local way they see so there is a railway. Then think that mineral has already transferred now Pepel and the Crank, but there's a railway already where they own that King Ho, where them for the use. Ideally the idea is now King Ho they run them, but if you're a mining company and you want to transport something to the port, you self can rent then transport them for, but they are not doing that. They are using the cheaper option when now they spoil the road.
And this is the thing, it comes back to who hold those people to account to ensure that if you're not even supposed to use them in the first place, because this is the thing, now it's taking time and time to fix the road, and it's getting much more deplorable every day. And every now and then you will see them come out that we're still working together for fix the road and all, just as you present them as though you're doing a favor for the community.
And this is something, because we don't talk about it in the last few weeks, so now they don't begin the PR all over again with a picture with SLRA people we are working on fixing the road and all of that. Now una spoil the road in the first place. So una for fixer, it's not a favor una they do anybody.
And that's the thing. It comes back to the effectiveness of government agencies and how much pressure you put on such private companies when they, at the end of the day, they fall short of destroying the road or destroying government property. How much pressure do you put on them to get them to fix it? Instead of posing for a photo op and things like that, what are you really doing about it? Because this is the thing. In the first place, there should be regulations in place where they make sure say such people not even use such roads when they're not supposed for use. Come on, there should be regulations for that. You are mining things here and all of which, if you need for transport, I mean, there is a designated route for that. What is precluding you from using the route? Because you want to choose the cheaper option, but at the expense of what? At the expense of the people where they use that road. For all the time where that road they don't destroy, you know the amount of inconvenience where it don't cause to people where they use that road.
And this
can
is
you
the
now
thing.
pay for that, even if you're going to repair it now?
And this is the thing. Government itself need to be serious for once. For example, take the toll road. When I make the toll road, the agreement was a forget an alternative road. If you will no one for use the toll road, you can use that. Obviously, the Chinese man not finish the alternative road. So in a way, then the first we all for use the toll road and pay taxes.
And you could remember during just before you wrap up your thoughts, during the 2018 campaigns and all, these were things where the then opposition, now governing party, criticized the APC for, in terms of how the agreement was. The exact quote was, the agreement is shrouded in secrecy, and you cannot have a toll road without an alternative road, because a toll road, in it for be, who don't want to use them based on convenience. If I choose to use the other, I should.
And the reason why I give that example now, because, if we get a railway where they transport goods and where they transport minerals them directly to the ports now Pepel. And every time somebody use them, government they get some money. Government they get some money. But if you not pay attention now, and mining companies them instead of them use the ports, then decide for put them heavy duty trucks on road where you don't make for motor car them using with taxpayers' money. It means say one they know they use the they need to use the railway and government they pan losses small because of that. They two, then they pull the very road where we don't spend with taxpayers' money for fix.
Exactly.
And this is the problem I have with all of this arrangement. With how CTCA is dragging and fit, and SLRA as well. I feel like they're not they put enough pressure on them.
No, well, at least
because
they are posing
all of the,
for a photo shoot.
Yes, I mean posing for a photo as if something is really being done, whilst it's not being done as fast enough. Because I saw road and the poil in this country. Take for example in this Freetown Wood, every time rain come, we see that poto come. A can at the Colta. Nobody from city council to SLRA, no, they say, Lord, get at this poto and pull on a street. The poto they sit down at the Colta, it begin tick, then it begin crack it begin crack the Colta now. Before you know it, it starts with 1 pothole, 2 pothole, 3 pothole. Then in the next 2-3 years.
And worst case scenario, what they would do is they would come, dig up the road. You know, the SLRA people dig up the road and left them for another 3, 4, 5, or sometimes 6 months.
Yes, and that's
just like
it.
that.
So we have some really, we get boku problem them, and CTC and SLRA need to work a deal, and they need for fix that Bashaka put block or road
and
as
it's
soon
not
as
just
possible.
about fixing up the road; it's about ensuring that when
they not use them again.
Exactly, because this is the thing, yeah. If CTC is fixing the road now, they're going to be using that same route again.
Because this is the thing. Let CTC not feel to say when they fix this road, then still for the use them. They have heavy duty trucks, so all the box sites where they pull with them for Kergona Pepel Port, there's a railway for that. Let them just use the railway, pay the adequate money without them for pay and so, and use them.
Because
Simple.
for all you know, the narrative now is the fact that we are fixing the road for the people.
And if in fact they look like they get some legitimacy now for use them after they don't fix them. Meanwhile, now they don't pull in the first place. But let's now go to same global times. There's a story now, and there has been some for this railway now. You see how the stories are all connected this morning. So this railway where we talk about gets fet in the sense na King Ho been on in charge of them. And so at some point government just say no more, well, we're canceling that contract to get to Tuna. Because Arise, another company Arise, we don't show interest. They don't show interest for themselves, let them own this same railway. And so that fet don't they very quiet fet, now corporate fet. So you know we hear the noise too much, but behind the scene, all man the pool, Uday for pool, we get influence for really sign the deal. Global Times, the report this morning now say, Arise don't find King Ho don't finally manage get government back on the table and don't sign a 20-year deal now for the railway. And meanwhile, Arise then be don't go ahead because they be don't suspend government be don't suspend King Ho then contracts for so them get for the mining company. Arise be don't go ahead and get hope say now then they can't get the contract. They don't go ahead now and don't bring in train them for that same railway day. So then train them there on the rail. I think they for reach around the 26th. They even be done right to Ministry of Transport according to a letter we see Global Times publish. They say, well, we train them, they come now. So we want King Ho, let them give you space, law pack them. With the hope that then they can't get the deal. But now that King Ho don't get the deal, this is going to be a very messy situation.
Exactly. I mean, it's always the thing when it comes to government contracts and all that, and that's now something we don't pull the country back for many years now. Yeah, the nature of contracts, them way we design, it begs the question: who is really paying due diligence to the nature of these contracts for ensure say it is in the best interest of the public, it is in the best interest of the people of Sierra Leone. Not saying that the 20 years whatever thing that government signed with King Ho, nor they in best interest or whatever. I mean, I'm not privy to the contents of the contract anyways. But the thing there is, if you read through the story, you get to realize, say, government had initially suspended the initial agreement we didn't get with King Ho. However, after we then do this, King Ho threatened a lawsuit, a $200 million lawsuit.
As compensation.
Exactly, for breach of contract. And that apparently with, of course, intervention where some
from Chinese
government
authorities
officials from China be make, then they be make government be get for come back and extend the contract for another 20 years. So for all you know, you from what Global Times is reporting now, there is a kind of arm twisting there, as though, so you see, say government was kind of left with not so much option really, but rather for just extend the contract. And that really is something critical for look at, because it is not just now King Ho, it is several other similar contracts. For all you know, government had initially suspended that because maybe the profit margins and blah, 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 several factors them way you need for look at. And yes, maybe the one way them for don't get with Arise would have been much more beneficial, much more profitable for government. But because, well, one, you're being threatened with a $200 million lawsuit, and then you're having, for whatever reason now, well, one could say, in diplomacy, you give one and you get another.
Yes.
With the intervention of the government officials from China, maybe they would have promised something else and other things like that. But then...
And that's the thing. So, because it's a Chinese company, so, I mean, there is soft power at play here as well. But you want for, if you are out there and you wonder, why then for the first for this railway, it's very lucrative. That railway is stretched from... you will say across the heartland of the north, right down to Pepel Port. So it means anybody who is in charge of the railway, other mining companies, them where they around the, we go want for transport something to Pepel, as long as now you they control, because Pepel is a port now, as a kind of an industrial port, who say a lot of the minerals from the north, when in mine them, now they come and they ship them, whether na bauxite, different things and no more. Whether na CTC they work there, whether na King Ho they work there, whether na SL mining, they're all basically na that routes they then they use. And so if you they in charge of that port, if you they in charge of the transportation, they just normal like then say this whole corridor from Lumley to Eastern Police, now you no more get boss than they. And so if you they in charge of the boss, anybody who want for transport anything, now you it pay to. So that's big business. Of course, me I dey wonder why in this country we like for privatize everything, because this for don't be something where government on its own they run, and then mining companies then they
use them and pay to government,
so
and then you get the money.
You get
directly.
the bulk of the money, but they don't decide say then they give a start a mining company, then they run the tracks.
Maybe they are comfortable with the percentage then they get anyways.
Oh yes, but so these are the intricacies. So that is why this particular investment so important, that you get two companies then basically the fet as to who that go capture them and who that go control. Arise get agricultural interest though, so they are hoping that if they get the port as well for them, anybody will get the ports for transportation. You own transportation, it's easy, it's cheaper, you spend less. So Arise them big dream for invest here in Sierra Leone with agriculture and other sectors will only be realized when they know say the transport routes now then they control them. Whether they go still want for can invest big as they mean want for in Sierra Leone if they not get the port, that's another contention altogether.
Well, again, it's based on the amount of interest that is there. All of these companies within the camp, the sole aim is to generate profits and promote them interest and things like that. And the government also, I mean, get a general duty for promotes the interest of government, by extension the interest of the people of Sierra Leone. So again, yes, the situation with not deciding to extend the contract with King Ho and not Arise, let us assume, say, maybe government gets proper reasons as to why they do that. In any case, it's not like as though, for all you know, maybe if they would have done the same with Arise, the same profit margin for don't come and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. But now that you're doing the same, then you are extending the contract of King Ho, you're preventing a 200 million lawsuit and some diplomatic blah, blah, something there with the Chinese government. So that is as well another thing. On the aspect of the investment, whether Arise would still want to come and invest big, that depends on the amount of profits that they stand to gain.
Oh, yeah.
There is a big market here. You stand for gain a whole lot here. So just not being in control of the port would itself not entirely be a limiting factor to them? Because yes, you would still have to be expending more in terms of transportation back and forth, but then you would still be making a lot of money, because the bigger the investments, the more profit you make. So let's see. It's a wait and see thing.